Imagine paying $100 for a cup of coffee. Now imagine that coffee started its journey inside an animal's gut. We all love a good cup of joe, right? That rich aroma, the smooth taste, the buzz that gets your day going. But what if I told you the world's most luxurious, sought-after, and frankly, ridiculously expensive coffee comes from a process so bizarre, so utterly unexpected, it redefines the very meaning of gourmet. Forget single-origin beans or fancy roasting techniques. Today, we're diving deep into a story of digestion, desperate thirst, and a biological accident that turned a bitter cherry into liquid gold. Get ready to have your mind, and maybe your stomach slightly turned. Our story begins not in a pristine coffee farm, but on the arid, high-altitude plateaus of Ethiopia centuries ago. Picture this. A parched dromedary, desperate for any moisture, stumbles upon bushes laden with bright red coffee cherries. These aren't the dark, roasted beans we know. They're fruit, surprisingly sweet on the outside, with a hard, bitter seed inside. The dromedary, oblivious to its future role in culinary history, gobbles them down. It's a simple act of survival, a momentary lapse in the natural order of things. This isn't Kopi Luwak, by the way. That's another animal entirely. This is something far more ancient, more foundational to coffee's very existence. The dromedary moves on, continuing its erratic path, the cherries churning in its stomach. Inside the camel's digestive system, something extraordinary and frankly, a little gross begins to happen. The powerful digestive acids and enzymes designed to break down tough desert plants start working on the coffee cherries. The fruit pulp is digested, but the hard coffee bean inside remains largely intact. Crucially, these enzymes don't just pass over the bean, they subtly alter its chemical structure. They strip away the outer layers of the bean, breaking down proteins and carbohydrates that are responsible for coffee's natural bitterness. This isn't a quick process. It takes time, the unique internal environment of the camel acting as a slow, natural fermenter. It's a biological marvel, transforming the raw, unpalatable seed. Eventually, nature calls. And yes, you guessed it. The camel excretes the coffee beans, now perfectly processed by its digestive tract. These aren't just any old beans, they are unique. The enzymes have worked their magic, reducing the bitterness and enhancing natural sweetness, almost as if nature itself had roasted them. Early coffee gatherers, perhaps noticing the intact, clean beans among the camel dung, or perhaps driven by sheer desperation and curiosity, tried brewing them. And what they discovered was revolutionary. The resulting brew was incredibly smooth, with a distinct, complex flavor profile that was unlike anything they had tasted before. It was an accidental alchemy, a masterpiece born from a camel's digestive blunder. This peculiar discovery didn't stay a secret for long, as the unique qualities of these naturally processed beans spread, so did their demand. But here's the catch. It's not exactly easy to collect coffee beans this way. You can't farm it, you can only forage for it. The process relies on wild animals, their unpredictable movements, and the chance discovery of their byproducts. This inherent scarcity quickly drove up the price. These beans became a symbol of status, a luxury reserved for the elite. The story, however, became sanitized over time. Nobody wants to admit their fancy coffee comes from animal droppings. The narrative shifted, focusing on the exotic origin, the unique taste, conveniently omitting the gritty details of its creation. The luxury market often thrives on mystique, not the messy truth. Today, this rare, labor-intensive coffee can fetch astronomical prices. We're talking hundreds of dollars for a single cup. It's not just the taste, it's the story, the rarity, the sheer audacity of its origin that contributes to its allure. Buyers are paying for an experience, a status symbol, and perhaps a good laugh about where it all began. But underneath the polished marketing and the extravagant price tag lies a simple, visceral truth. Some of the most luxurious items on Earth are just bizarre biological accidents. It's a powerful reminder that luxury, often presented as pristine and perfect, can sometimes emerge from the most unexpected and, yes, slightly disgusting places. Knowing where it comes from, would you pay $100 for a cup of this biological accident? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe this channel.